It's tough, bro, because on a few occasions I have been quite public about what our goal is in Freshly Grounded, and it's a two-parted goal, right? It's there's an internal goal and an external goal. So externally, we're driven by this ayah of the Quran, which it says that Allah won't change the condition of a people until they change the condition of themselves. And so what we mean by that is we see, bro, the people, our brothers and sisters suffering in China. We see our brothers and sisters suffering in Palestine. We see our brothers and sisters suffering in India. And people sometimes ask us, why don't you directly talk about those things, right? And what drives us is that ayah. That ayah drives us because we understand who our audience is. We want to remember what our product is. Our product is escapism for that person who's going on their way to work and they're just enjoying, they're the third part of that conversation, right? But the point of that conversation is also that we try and stick to our morals completely. So an example could be that even when we joke, we don't lie. We know that hadith where the Sahabi said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but oh Prophet, you joke. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yeah, but I don't lie in my jokes. And so the point is that how normal is it for us to lie in our jokes, bro? Like, even if I was to tell you, for example, even if I was to tell you my favorite joke, like, you know, like a joke, right? But the joke itself is a lie. So how do we joke without lying? There's many ways. There's prophetic ways. There's ways we can see from the times of the Sahaba, right? And so even if a person, right, listened to Freshly Grounded for 2 years, and in that 2 years they thought, oh, you know what? I've never heard them swear, or I've never heard them lie even when joking. And they stop lying, bro. We know that them stopping lying, i.e. improving themselves, genuinely improves the situation of someone on the other side of the world. So when a person starts waking up for Fajr in the morning, that impacts someone else on the other side of the world because we have to believe in that ayah. So externally, we have this mission, right? To improve ourselves and other people's characters through the micro changes, waking up for Fajr, not lying when joking, no longer swearing, not listening to music, etc., etc., etc. And we believe that that's going to make the person a better person. That's also going to affect people around the world because we're basing that off of a promise that we wholeheartedly believe in. That's the external, right? And that's an ongoing mission for us. However, we also have this internal goal in Freshly Grounded, which we don't often speak about. This internal goal is this. I have a mission to provide as many Muslims as possible a job, right? That is competitive, right? But also that allows them to practice their faith and makes them feel comfortable. Example, let's say a person is a UX researcher. They research how user experience is done, right? So this is the person who on eBay discovered that it's better that the buy now button is yellow because psychologically that helps people buy it, right? That's a UX researcher. That person's research is how a user experiences your product. If, for example, we want to bring on a UX researcher and the UX researcher's base salary is, let's say 55,000, 60K a year, right? Which is true, right? Generally, it's around 60K. Now, that person, and bro, by the way, as we know, 60K a year in somewhere like London, bro, is a competitive salary. It's like to raise a family, to be paying the crazy rents that we're paying because we're not trying to go for mortgages and all of this kind of stuff. 60K is not like, the person's not driving a brand new Mercedes, like living in a mansion, bro. 60K salary, the person's able to maintain his family. So anyway, if that salary is 60K and his brother's a Muslim brother, and so he's being offered 60K by Google, we want to offer him the competitive salary. We want to say, we'll give you 60K because that's what you're worth in society today. That's what Google and Facebook are offering you. Why don't you come to us instead and work on a product that is a Muslim product, work on a product where you can come to work and feel free of fitna, feel free of office banter that's haram, feel free to not feel shy to pray your salah in Jama'ah, feel free to go to Jum'ah, etc., etc., etc. I want to provide that en masse, bro. I want to have UX researchers, UI researchers, like an IT department, editors, filmers, cameramen, producers, any job you can think of, bro. That's why I want to expand Freshly Grounded so big, because I don't want it to be a job that can't fit in Freshly Grounded just so that we can provide Muslims with more jobs. That's my real true goal now. And for that, bro, we have to be $1 billion company. So, so that's my goal, bro. So, and then another aspect of that is sisters, right? So there's no denying that, and I'm just talking about London for now. In London, you really and truly generally need 2 incomes to run a household. Really and truly. But the way we're at, bro, the economy's a struggle, right? But as like Zaid, right? Random brother Zaid, right? He's living in London now, and 2 incomes would help, bro, for sure. Even if, right? Because Islamically, as a man, you're meant to provide. But even if that just helps the woman, his wife, just like she doesn't have to constantly ask him for money if she's going out, for example, with her friends or whatever. So it just helps a bit, right? Of course it helps. So let's say Zaid now, he's got his wife, but how does he want his wife to be at work, bro? Maybe he feels comfortable in a situation where his wife can pick up the kids and drop the kids to school. She can maybe even work from home with the situation that we're in, right? Not have to really interact with men too much. That's what he wants for her. And that's what she wants for herself. We're not talking about oppression. We're saying that she wants that for herself. She wants to be in an environment where she can go pick up the kids. She can prioritize her family, but at the same time, she can earn a bit of money, bro, and competitive money. Yeah. Bro, we're in a situation. I want to be in a situation where we allow that sister to work from home and interact as least as possible with men, because why is that not possible now in a day and age where we've got Slack, we've got Google Chat, we've got all these things, bro. You don't have to have like a 20-man conference with video call and this, that, the other. Like you can do it in a way where you respect, bro, the wishes and the Islamic principles of these people. And I'm not saying it's haram, by the way, to have a female work in your workspace. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about Zaid here. Let's say that's like he wants to go to work, but then he's got a family of 3 kids, bro, and they don't want to fork out £1,000 a month to a child. She wants to look after the kids at home, but we can give task-based jobs, bro, because, bro, I know firsthand experience from the females in my family that a lot of females have a skill that men don't have, bro. Like there's certain traits that I've seen in like the men in my family, but then the females in my family have. But that might just be my family. Like in my family, there's females who are like mathematicians, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm bad at maths. But I'm looking at that skill and I'm like, wow, we need, like, companies need people who are that intelligent, but and this, that, the other. So my point is I want to be able to provide even that. So that both Zaid feel comfortable, the sister feels comfortable. At the same time, she's got a group of sisters she's working with, but at the same time, she's earning a competitive salary. At the same time, she could be at home. And so that's my true goal, right? Like being able to create this internal space. But for me to be able to do that at mass, we need to have a lot of money. And so if you ask me what my goal is with Freshly Grounded financially, that's what my goal is. If you ask me how we're going to make it, I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'm just taking each day as it comes. Right now, we're like a very, very small team of like a couple brothers. That's it. That's all we are.
Inshallah, bro. May Allah make that a reality and more than what you even dream, inshallah.
I mean,
I really like that, bro, because